Good evening. The Wednesday, October 8th, 2025 meeting of the North Andover Conservation Commission will now come to order. First order of business will be the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item will be the approval of minutes from the September 24th meeting. Is there anybody that feels moved?
Yeah, I've reviewed those minutes and I move that we approve them as drafted.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that is unanimous. It passes. Next item on the agenda is certificate of compliance for 7 Fuller Meadow Road, Zarico.
This order was issued in October of 2022, and it governed the after-fact permitting of construction of a wood deck, wood stairs off of the west side of an existing three-season porch that was under renovation. The deck and stairs received 3 new footings, and the porch received 5 new footings. The new deck and stairs were just shy of 40 feet from the BBW at its closest point. A waiver was required for that structure, and that resulted in a 945 square foot area of lawn that was replanted to native shrubs and a seed mix. Those shrubs have survived the two-year monitoring, and they have a 90% overall survivorship. Everything's stable, work is done, erosion controls are out, and we have our wetland markers up. So things look really good, and I recommend issuing a full and complete certificate of compliance.
No questions.
I move that we issue a full COC for 242-1852 7 Fuller Meadow Road with the ongoing conditions as prescribed.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? There being none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, and that's unanimous. Let the record reflect that as usual, I will not vote unless it's a tie.
Okay.
Next item will be small project NACC number 349, 153 Chickering Road. Trustees.
Come on. All right. Okay. The proposal involves recreating a country lane connecting the Gateway building and gravel drive that leads to the maintenance area behind the Trustees of Reservations 113, 115 Andover Street at their Stevens Coolidge property. The country lane would consist of 2 18-inch wide gravel strips with grass in between, and only about 20 feet max of that lane would cross over the outer reaches of the 100-foot buffer zone to an isolated wetland. And the work would occur in current lawn area, so there's no vegetation removal. They're seeking approval under Category L, other projects of similar scope, and that's all I have. The area is flat as a pancake, so I wouldn't worry about erosion controls. But I would recommend that the commission find this to qualify as a Category L, and then vote to approve the project with a requirement for a pre-construction site inspection with conservation staff and trustees of reservation just to review the scope, and then a post-construction site inspection with conservation staff to verify compliance with the approved plan. We do have Adam Rolfs here today with the trustees if you have questions.
Hold on 1 second. So this filing is going to require 2 motions. The first motion is going to be whether or not it qualifies as a small project, and the second motion, of course, would be then to approve it if you so desire. Anybody that feels moved may speak. Unless you have questions of the applicant is here.
I'd make a motion to
finding that this project qualifies as a small project under category L.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that's unanimous.
And then I would further move to approve the project as proposed with the pre- and post-construction conditions listed by the staff.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion on that? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That's unanimous. You're all set, sir.
So I'll probably have that permit ready later next week. Okay. Thanks for coming.
Request for determination of applicability, 299 Blue Ridge Road, Kenneman.
This project entails the driveway rehabilitation with, and full-depth reclaim, the digging out of old asphalt, loam, rocks, et cetera, the regrading and compacting. It's all within the same footprint as the existing driveway. And there will be a 2-inch binder coat and a 1.5-inch finish coat, sanding and emulsifying joints. It also includes the installation of a 60 linear feet of PVC piping from 2 downspouts and tying them to the existing drain that's in the corner of the driveway. The spouts they already exist, they just kind of spill out into the driveway, creating ice and all these other issues. The drain is already there, so it's just, you know. The closest point in the driveway is 53 feet from the BVW, which was measured by conservation staff. My recommendation is that if the commission is comfortable with the information presented and there are no outstanding questions or concerns, the hearing should be closed, issuing a -3 determination with the following conditions. Prior to any work, erosion controls will be installed. A pre-construction site inspection shall be held by the contractor, homeowner, and conservation staff. Post-construction site inspection will be held to verify compliance and approve removal of erosion controls.
That's a private yard drain.
Yeah.
Do we know where it goes?
Do you know?
Do we know where the yard drain drains to?
If you could speak into the
come
microphone.
up.
Yeah, you can come up.
It drains to the corner of the fence that you can see. Basically, if you look at the picture on there, about where that red thing is, it goes about 10, 15 feet parallel to the white line. So it's just dumping it right on the ground. It just makes it so it's not running across the yard.
As long as it's not connecting to public infrastructure, I'm good to go.
No, it's just running onto the, not the lawn, but just beyond the lawn.
Great, I'm all set.
Sir, could you state your name and address?
I'm Tom Kinnaman of 299 Blue Ridge. I'm the applicant here.
Thank you. I have no questions.
No questions.
Okay, so this is a request for determination of applicability. No public comment is required. Anybody that feels moved?
I move that we close the RDA request for 299 Blue Ridge Road and issued a -3 determination with conditions stated, erosion controls installed, pre-construction meeting, and post-construction inspection.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That's unanimous. You're all set.
Thank you.
We'll send it to you probably by next week at some
That's
point.
good, 'cause it's probably 2 weeks from now.
Awesome. Okay, great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're moving on to the notice of intent phase of the meeting. First one is 242-1917, 989 Salem Street, Moriarty, continued from 9/24/25. If I remember correctly, we did a site visit on this property. Okay, very good.
Yep. So I'll just give a quick recap and you can fill in the gaps.
Sure.
The commission will recall this project involves repaving, widening, and squaring off the driveway, construction of a retaining wall, and a walkway leading from the front steps to a new section of driveway, and removal of a pine tree. Based on site inspection with the members of the commission, the applicant and the engineer, the revised materials are submitted in response to questions raised. Just briefly, the culvert under the driveway is now shown. Driveway widening was adjusted to move it further away from the wetland, as there was more room on the other side of the driveway, as you can see. The retaining wall was shifted a few feet further away from the wetland, and a seed mix is approved in the eroded area between the retaining wall and the wetland, just above the slope area. Planting notation was revised to give conservation agent ability to approve native shrubs depending on availability. And then there's a relocation of a utility pole. The other issue of discussion revolved around runoff. And the engineer provided runoff curve calculations to show capacity of the wetland to accept increased impervious area of the driveway. Robert Melvin's here, and the applicant is here if you have questions.
Okay, let's find out. Brad?
Unfortunately, I was not able to attend the site visit. Do you feel the plan accurately represents the advice they were given on that visit?
I think so.
Marissa was there, right?
Yes, Marissa was there, and I did send her this, the minute I got it, so, and she didn't come back with any comments.
I'm all set.
I was there as well. I know I'm not an engineer, but if I can help. Don't want to hear it.
Go, please.
It's all right.
Wow.
Dance when you can.
I know.
No, please. I would actually like to hear what Jen said. Like being mean too much.
No, I'm gonna move it down. Mayday.
I have no questions. It seems like they've answered all the issues we brought up last meeting. So I don't have any questions.
I'm good.
Yeah, no questions, just to appreciate you folks addressing the concerns that were raised.
Are there any abutters here that want to be heard? Anybody that abuts the property? Let the record reflect, not answer.
So I think the commission should first vote on issuing the waiver for allowing for the widening of the driveway, which is, in the 25, and the location of the retaining wall.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second to approve, to grant the waiver, is that what I'm hearing? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, and that's unanimous, the waiver is granted.
And then a second motion to close the hearing and issue order of conditions within 21 days.
Second.
Motion and a second, any further discussion? There is none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, and that's unanimous, you're all set.
Thank you, everybody.
So what I'll do in the meantime is draft up an order of conditions, bring it to the commission at the next meeting. They'll vote on it, and then I will issue it within a couple of days after that. So, okay.
When's the next meeting?
The 22nd. Yep.
You said that,
Yeah,
thank you.
it's okay.
All right, thank you,
Thank-
But-
everybody.
But it's closed, your project is closed, so no new information can come in.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't want any new information.
I want to make sure you were on page.
No, I'm tapping out on doing anything there. Yeah.
Very good.
All right.
Yeah, thank you all.
Thank
Have a good
you.
time.
All right, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you all, have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
Okay, next up, 242-1915, 351 Willow Street, Muffin Realty Trust, continued from 9/24/25.
Alrighty, so at the last meeting, the main question that came up was whether Bacon Joy had a spill prevention protocol plan in place. And lo and behold, there is one. And It was updated the last time it was updated was November of 2022. And it didn't need to be changed, so they just do a letter of saying no changes. We looked and we don't need to change the plan. The engineer provided some calculations on containment, which is in your packets. It looks as though the required containment is 110%, and they do exceed that percent, that cubic footage. So that's all I got. Will Schutka with Moore Cameron is with us this evening if you have questions.
We'll see if it's necessary. Do you have any questions?
No, the existence of the SPCC plan and the fact that we know we need to update it based on new information or our new design, and new design takes into account best practices for that, I'm good to go.
Yeah, I just want to make a comment about the unloading operation. It seems like your tanks are well-contained and adequately contained. There were some questions. I know there's minimal changes on the unloading situation out there. How are you addressing the changes?
So Will Scuda from the Morning Camera Group, for the record. So Bacon Joy actually has their own procedures in place for offloading trucks when they
Yeah,
come in.
sure.
So it's kind of, I'll run through the process of what they told me kind of happened. So somebody from Bacon Joy is with the truck driver when they get to the facility. They check the valves prior to connecting the hoses. They check the truck prior to connecting the hoses. Then they put a pan or a bucket, a containment underneath the connection points. Then they turn the truck on and basically have a static load on the pipe or the hose connection. They check it for leaks, and if there's no leaks, that's when they pressurize it and start pumping out. So that's kind of the procedure. If there was a leak, they have spill containment kits that have berms, the oil absorbent pads, and neutralizers. So they haven't had any issues that they've noted to me besides the small, but everything is typically gathered in those buckets. And then that's kind of the procedure on every day that they have a loading or unloading of a truck. And they also frequently, weekly inspect everything internally and externally for any leaks or potential hazards.
Okay, is that included in the document?
It is, it's in one of the
is.
appendixes, so I didn't give you all the appendices, but it is spelled out. So this was actually produced in 2006, revised in 2011, and then every 5 years, they basically go through, and they are mandatorily have to update it as required, but if anything changes, they update it as needed, so.
Okay. So it sounds like any spills, small spills would be contained manually.
Correct, yeah,
By
so
the
anything
operators
under
on site.
10 gallons is considered,
Yeah,
I can't remember the exact term, but under 10 gallons, it's not reported externally. Anything over 10 gallons would be reported to EPA and Mass
Sure.
DEP.
okay. Thank you. No more questions.
David?
No questions, thank you.
No questions, thanks.
Notice of intent, if a butter comment can be taken, if any abutters care to be heard. Yes, ma'am. Please go to the podium if you don't mind, and
Melinda Perone, 65 Meadowwood Road. And I want to thank the commission because we have had some improvement with cameras that have been placed on Willow Road for trash and dumping. But one thing that I have noticed is that any delivery trucks, and of course I don't see them specifically, but I believe there are plastic tags or bands for delivery trucks to assure that the item that's being delivered is being delivered to the right place. I don't know how to explain them. I don't know the name off the top of the hand. But those are found all around Willow Street and Flagship. So what I would like to ask is that Bacon Joy, when they are emptying or unloading their trucks, that those trucks, that there is a place for those bands so that the plastic bands aren't spread all the way around the neighborhood. That's my only request. Thank you.
thank you. So what, I think how we can address that is we can condition that. we can condition the correct disposition of the bands. I'm sure that would be something that the applicant could handle.
Yeah, I would propose that we implement some kind of trash container outside, right outside the loading area, so that kind of has a area that they can put them right into.
Yeah, so we'll just make it, we'll make it one of the conditions so that,
I think they're called container seals. They're numbered and they match up with the bill of lading and,
Roger.
actually, they should probably stay with the receiving paperwork.
I would think they do, but
Yeah, they
yeah,
should.
I'm not sure. I know there's a lot of trucks around that whole area.
Yep.
So what we'll do is, we'll do our best
Yep.
to word up a condition
Yep.
that covers the concern of the abutter and helps you comply.
Understood?
Okay. David?
No, I'm good. I'm all set, thank you.
All right, and you're all set, Mrs. Pro? All right, we're ready for a motion at this time.
So, there is a waiver request for the work in.
So we will
within the
consider the waiver
25.
first. We need a motion whether or not to grant the waiver, to proceed with the NOI.
Do you want to finish what you were saying, Amy, what the waiver is for?
Oh, yes, so, so we've got the building addition, which is it partially in the 25 and 50. There's some removal of pavement. There's some stone infiltration trench at the top of the slope within the 25, which is really stormwater really related. And then there's some removal of impervious surface and plantings.
So I would move that we issue a waiver consistent with what was just described by the administrator.
Motion and second to grant the waiver. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, and that's unanimous.
And then a second motion to close the hearing and issue order of conditions within 21 days.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? There being none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That's unanimous. You're closed.
Thank you. Thanks, Amy.
So I'll draft it for next meeting.
Perfect. Sounds good, thanks. Good night.
Yep, you too.
Thank you.
242 XXXX, Stonecleave Road, LSC Builders, continued from 9/24/25, requesting to continue to 10/22/25.
Second.
Motion is second. Motion is second to continue. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, and that stands continued. Thank you. 7072 Farwood Avenue, Building Restoration Services, Inc., also no DEP number indicated.
Okay,
We're
I'll give
gonna
a
we're gonna let
rundown.
Amy introduce. Okay, thanks.
Alrighty. So the commission will recall issuing a positive determination in May of this year requiring a notice of intent for this project. They went back to the drawing board, made some revisions, did some stormwater calculations. And so the project involves removal and replacement of existing elevated porch assemblies at the rear of the building at 7072 Farwood, which are condominiums. Construction of staircases to provide emergency access from the elevated porches to grade. Alteration of landscaped areas for new concrete footings and including some loaming and seeding. Construction of a pea stone infiltration trench at the down gradient side of the asphalt walkway to promote groundwater recharge within the buffer. Installation of 15 new shrub plantings within the buffer adjacent to the infiltration trench. And then there is an overall increase of 47 square feet of pavement for walkway extensions and connections. They are seeking a waiver for allowing the removal of existing balconies and reconstructing them, installing new concrete footings, and installing infiltration trench and plantings within the 50-foot no-build zone, but no work is proposed in the 25, no disturb zone. Stormwater analysis has been provided. The summary noting that, there's a slight decrease in some storms, and then there's no change in other storms. So that's it in a nutshell, and I'll let the applicant's representatives introduce themselves and fill in any gaps.
Good evening. I'm David Anderson, the applicant with BRS, Building Restoration Services.
And I'm Jesse Aguilar, High Point Engineering, the applicant's representative and the civil engineer on this project.
Okay, so since you have an alternatives analysis attached for your waiver request, I'd like to talk about that first. So if you will, just very quickly discuss your alternatives analysis you need for the waiver, then the commission will ask questions.
Sure.
It doesn't have to be a long story, you're just gonna be on the record to be clear as to the basis of your request for a waiver.
The basis is to replace the existing balconies, and we have altered the orientation of them to minimize the construction within that non-build zone. There is we are allowing for some of these concessions as well with the pediment infiltration trench, as well as 15 new shrubs. We are reducing the amount, minimizing the amount of construction within that no-build zone to just a single footing.
Okay. The commission, we're going to consider the waiver first. So if you have any questions regarding the waiver, ask away. Because if the waiver doesn't pass, the application will have to be modified. So that's the reason I'm taking it this way.
I do not have any questions regarding the waiver.
Okay.
I'm all set as well.
Jack?
We've got a couple part plans here, and I was wondering, do you have a full set of stamped plans and
Yes, I do.
certified?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just wanted to give you the guts of it.
Yeah, that was really my only question. Thanks.
David?
No questions, thank you.
No questions.
All right, so there are no questions regarding the waiver. It would be time, if anybody feels moved. This is the time. If you have more questions, ask. If not, we need to move the waiver one way or the other.
I move that we grant the waiver to allow work within the 50-foot no-build zone as proposed for 7072 Farwood Avenue project.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? There being none, all those in favor of granting the waiver as stated signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that's unanimous. You have your waiver. Okay, now, to the main project. If there are questions?
Yeah, so I guess my question is about the mulch that is around the plantings. Why is it necessary?
This would be for the water runoff to capture any of that as well, just to let it soak into the ground a little bit more than running off into the wetlands.
So I would think that the stone trench would cover all that, and then the mulch is sort of introducing another material into the buffer zone, so, my recommendation would be to remove it, but.
The mulch.
Gonna concur with Marissa there.
It would possibly even run into the infiltration trench and clog that.
Yeah.
So what do you recommend?
Just removing the mulch.
Remove the mulch.
Yeah, and just have plantings with, I don't know, what do you usually use like a wetland mix around them, or?
Yeah, we could do an upland wildlife mix or something. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me go down to the commission and see if there's any other recommendations or changes that might be required.
Is there any wetland signage out there?
No. No.
Don't we usually require that, places like this?
Yeah, that's usually a standard condition of the order that we would have the applicant provide or install posts along the 25 and just indicate we have, sorry.
Any issue if we make that a condition?
Yeah, wetland markers that say, protected wetland resource and the do's and don'ts.
I'm all set then.
Markers at the 25-foot no disturb or wetland line? What would we normally do in this
I would
case?
say maybe the edge of vegetation.
I'm thinking where we granted a waiver should be at the 25, but
Okay,
just my 2 cents.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good idea to have them for sure. Just want to clarify that. 25 is good with me.
You could configure them, you could direct their installation in the field.
Yeah,
You could make a call in the field. We'll just condition that they be installed
okay,
at your direction.
okay,
And then you can, wherever you feel it's most
yeah.
valuable is with,
Yeah,
because the distances may vary,
yeah, based on site conditions.
okay?
Yep.
You good?
I'm all set.
David, sir?
I just want to make sure that our friends at the beginning here, you're all set with the stormwater with the exception of the mulch, right? Then I'm all good.
All set, thank you.
Do we have a file number?
No, we
That was
don't.
gonna be my next question.
Actually,
do we?
yes, we do.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, we got a call back from the DEP regional office. File number is 242-1918, and they had no technical comments.
Oh, okay, great.
Is that sufficient, Amy, for us to close the hearing?
Yep.
Let me,
Yeah.
let me,
No, I was just asking for
Yep,
my
yep.
education.
because it's a notice of intent, a butter comment can be considered. Are there any abutters to this property that would like to be heard? And none answer. Is the commission satisfied with the information given at this point? Everybody good? Then we will consider any motion.
A motion that we close the hearing and issue orders of condition within 21 days, consistent with the discussion this evening.
Second.
And for discussion, just want to make sure that that the motion applies to 242-1918.
Correct.
Because we have your word for it, and we believe you, but we don't have the documentation for it, so just want to make sure we're,
Well, we'll list the DEP number and the actual address, 70 to 72 Firewood.
So I amend my
Yeah, but-
motion to stipulate that it is in reference to 242-1918 relative to 7072 Farwood Avenue. You need to, yeah.
Noted. Noted.
second.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? There being none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That's unanimous. You're closed.
Thank you very much, everyone.
That's easy.
So I'll draft up the order for the next meeting and get out to you. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, totally, yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Amy. Do you
thank
need
you.
the certificates of
I
mailing?
do. Thank you so much. Thank you. No one showed up. All right, thanks, guys.
Next item on the agenda is enforcement orders, violations, 242-1787, 135 North Ramp Road. This is a 30-day update, continued from August 27th, 25.
So, received a letter of update this afternoon. So the team is continuing to solicit contractor pricing for the project. Due to contractor scheduling, the pending lease agreement, as well as time of year constraints, the commencement of site work is anticipated for the spring of 2026. They would like to complete the site work and including all the restoration and planting work in one growing season. They are in the midst of completing some supplemental topo survey and stormwater pollutant, a SWIP plan, electronic NOI with EPA. And so they are looking to provide updates to the commission as available, but no later than February of 2026.
Okay, I'm gonna-
So that's where they're at.
Do they have a monitor on staff?
Yeah, I believe so. At the last meeting, when the whole team showed up.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I think
when's
it
the last
was-
time we heard from the monitor?
Oh,
My
there's
biggest,
nothing to monitor yet.
well,
Well, I mean, in
we're
terms of
assuming,
active construction.
we're assuming the site
that's-
is stable.
Right,
It hasn't rained since June.
right.
Any day now, the site could be destabilized. So
Okay,
I want the
Okay.
monitor to be more than just a name right now.
okay.
Any way you want to configure that is fine with me. I'm not going to dictate it.
So-
But I
Yeah,
want,
So do you want, like, after rain events?
I want to hear from that monitor, yeah, after rain
Rain
events,
events.
after any event that could destabilize,
Okay.
any event that occurs that could destabilize that site.
Okay,
What would that be? Would that be a 10-year event, or?
I mean, I'll be honest with you, the way that site looked,
No, yeah, no.
Brad,
yeah.
I'm looking at you guys, because it's, you guys deal with rain events and all. What would be something we'd want to
have you been to the site?
latch on to?
yeah,
Yeah, so,
So this is how often we would want to send a monitor out there?
just before
right,
construction
no,
starts.
but I'm saying, this site is particularly tricky. It's almost like a ravine that we're controlling, that's manufactured of crushed glass and plastic.
It's already had major erosion problems, and I think that's what Al's getting at.
So what I will say, not specific to this site, but specific to the MPDES, they require certain sites after an inch of rainfall and certain sites after a half an inch of rainfall.
Gotcha.
Or weekly, depending, so.
And often when it's considered a site of significance, they're going to go with the half inch.
That's our standard in our standard order of conditions,
Okay.
condition half-inch events.
No, I mean, I think if that's the standard, we should,
No.
I agree with you, and I think it's good you called that out. that-
I'm satisfied with that. I just want to make sure everybody, if anybody has questions or concerns, because this is the biggest thing about this site right now. There's nothing taking place, but it's substantially
Yeah.
degraded, so. Okay, so we're going to insert that language and notify the applicant.
Yep,
They've got to identify whoever the monitor
Yep.
is. You know the deal.
which I think we have.
Okay, I mean, you've done this a million times.
Right.
So,
So, considering that the construction phase has been pushed out to next spring, that's what is triggering our need for eyes on
yeah.
the area after events, because
I don't want to find out all of a
we can't wait for
sudden,
someone to say, oh, look at that.
right, I don't want to sit here, take no action.
Yeah, yeah,
And then 3 months down the road, we find out there's been a major
exactly.
landslide.
Yes,
And
That's
gee,
right.
why didn't we know that?
yep,
Well, we didn't have our drone up, and,
yep, right.
They only had to notify us every 30 days.
I mean, that's the thing, you just, because it's a tough site, and it's very doable, it's very approvable, they can fix it, but in the interim, the way it is right now, it looks like a big giant ravine.
Yep,
So I'll suggest this, maybe we consider requiring the applicant to inspect and issue a report to our office after half-inch rain events between now and beginning of construction.
okay.
Does that sound good?
Sounds like a motion.
Can I ask a dumb question? What about snow? Is it the same thing?
No, it's
Half
not
inch
a
of
good
snow?
A good question.
That is a good
Maybe
question.
melt.
How do we address snow?
Sorry. Sorry for the chaos grenade.
That's a great question.
It is.
Typically during the first SWIP inspections, typically during snow events, it's cold. If there is significant snowfall, like over a foot, then, and there's warming weather, then you would conduct an inspection.
Got that?
So a foot or more, and then warming conditions.
This is a very sticky one in our own industry.
It's I'm sorry.
There's not a lot of cut and dry regs as far as to this in our industry. I've run across trying to find an answer to this one.
No, this, I'm happy with, this is exactly what I was looking for, so.
So did you make a motion, Jack?
Yeah,
You want to amend this?
I did, and did any?
Yeah, you
We're in the
said
discussion
ins-
phase,
Well, we haven't seconded it yet, so that's what I was
Oh,
asking.
yeah,
Okay.
okay.
So I'll second it for the sake of,
so let's make sure, so before we vote on the motion, let's make sure Amy has what she needs for it.
So to inspect and report after half-inch rain events, or after a foot or more of snow with post-warming conditions.
Within 24 hours.
Within 24 hours? Okay.
So I'll just say so moved.
and I will say second.
And I'll say all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, and that's unanimous.
Okay.
That motion passes.
It's not unanimous, one abstain.
Yes,
All
right.
right, is that, can I ask, is
so
that,
that-
it's just a simple letter that I'm going to write?
I think a simple letter that was voted on, it's a simple letter, but it's gonna be considered to be part of the enforcement order.
Okay,
What we're doing is, we're talking about an enforcement order.
yes,
The enforcement order has already been ratified and is in place. So I guess you would call this an addendum.
addendum,
This will
okay.
be an addendum to
Yep.
the enforcement
All
order.
right,
To be considered immediately.
okay, got it. Okay, just wanna get that view.
No appeals.
Okay, good.
All right, and
Alright.
unless anybody has anything else they want to talk about under violations, we would go to general, new, old, which is, looks like we're talking about a calendar.
So 2026.
And here it is.
Meeting calendar, just for your review and adoption.
I had one question.
Yeah.
It's sort of related to this, but not really. So you mentioned on this project that you had photocopied all these. Does this filing deadline require that the applicants submit paper copies?
Oh, yeah.
So why aren't,
2 paper copies and an electronic version.
okay.
So I'm just trying to, with those in your packets, I try to blow it up because they're hard to read on 11 by 17. Otherwise, I'd be giving you the full plans, which is sort of a waste. But I do have the stamped,
Okay.
signed plans.
I'm just trying to make less work for you. So if we could like get the,
Yeah, get the applicant.
to
Well-
submit the 11 by 17s or half size or
Actually,
whatever.
we require 20 scale drawings to be
Yes.
submitted with the,
Yeah, two copies.
yeah, so.
I mean,
Yeah,
The-
I appreciate your efforts. I'm just trying to make it easier so that you don't have to go through and photocopy and pick out what to give us. That
Yeah.
it should really be on the applicant to
Yeah.
submit the full package.
okay, I
A lot
mean,
of towns we work for, that's how it
Yeah.
works. Most
Yeah.
of the towns we work for.
I would say every town.
okay, that's fine. I inherited the checklist that said 2 paper copies and electronic version. So, we can change our checklist to say 7 11 by 17s.
I mean, we could even like,
Sometimes they're really big though. Like Route 114 plan set, you know what I mean? And
Would you
so
want the
I don't
11
know.
by 17s in addition to the 20 scale?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think you would.
yeah.
okay.
I don't know how everybody else feels about that.
As long as we can find some sort of carve out, so the DOT is not giving us 7 copies of the full 117.
Right.
plans.
So maybe for projects like that, you guys could, the engineers or you guys could narrow down like which plans in that plan set is really the most important things that we should be looking at. Like, I would imagine existing conditions, demo and erosion control, grading and drainage, utilities. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
say
you
like
guys
pertinent
could,
sheets.
Yeah, it's kind of
I
what
don't
they've
know.
been doing. think they've typically been giving us every sheet, maybe on the electronic copy, but
Oh, no, I get
you get the full
I get the
set, like
full-blown
50 sheets.
thing that probably weighs a ton,
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
Using very thick folders.
so I don't know.
I think, Marissa, I think what would be interesting is to find the balance between what takes some work off the staff's plate, but then also gives, because honestly, it's nice, I won't speak for every member of the commission, but I think those detailed drawings mean more to the two of you. Doesn't mean I don't look at them, doesn't mean I don't understand them, but you, so what, I guess that's my question would be is like, what's most important for you to see and to request from the applicant?
So I think, you know, before, to be honest, I'm probably not gonna stop by here to pick up the full set.
No.
I know a lot of commissions do that.
Yeah.
I rely on the electronic set to look at before the meeting. It's just to like reference during the meeting. I was just thinking like an 11 by 17 set. I could also, I guess, just bring a computer, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we have the ability to request whatever we want, so
Yeah.
it could be individual. Like I know I've worked in towns where they said we need 4 full-size sets, and then this member wants an 11 by 17,
Oh.
and
Oh, boy.
it's a pain, but you do it, and so I'm just trying to make it easier on you, so you don't have to go through the set and try
Yeah.
and pick out
Yeah.
what's important, and then easier on us to review as
Right,
well. So
right.
I mean, I guess we don't have to decide it today. I'm just bringing it
True.
up.
No, no problem with making them comply with the regs, get at least 1 or 2 sets, 20 scale. And that doesn't have to be for everybody. I personally don't need a 20 scale set, but if you want one, it's no problem.
Yeah, I think having one additional full set of materials because you have 2, right?
Yep.
So having one additional at the meeting just to be able to reference.
That's reasonable.
And would you say that that would then would be in lieu of the staff spending the time to make these individual copies? Or would you still want the packet that's sitting in front of you right now?
But I defer to everyone at the table.
Would it make sense to have the applicant submit the two full copies in electronic, okay? And then for the commission, the 11 by 17s, just do the ones that we normally deal with. Existing conditions, grading plan, erosion control plan,
Yeah.
you know, that type of
Yeah.
thing. Our
That-
normal,
Yeah, that's what I try to do now,
yeah,
but,
Or just
I mean,
require
or they could,
7 sets of 11 by 17s, and then, you know, if they call up and ask, or if you talk to them pre-filing, because this is how, you know, you can say, if it's a huge project,
Yeah.
no, we don't need 100 and, we don't need
Right.
7 11 by 17s of 100 sheets.
Right.
We only need, you know.
right. So, I guess my question is, how readable are 11 by 17s? Because
It's at 20
sometimes,
scale, I can read it,
but yeah, okay,
as long as they print it, because the resolution's a little different.
yeah, it's true, gotcha.
Like, I think sometimes the resolution is lost when it's brought over from the town. If they're printing directly from
From
their
there,
files, it
yeah.
should be a high
More
res.
crisper,
Yeah.
okay. That makes sense.
and I think we always zoom in anyway. Like
Yeah.
Amy zooms in to
Yeah.
some of these
Yeah.
pictures and drawings that we have, and I know I do that when I'm looking at things preparing, so. I think the 11 by 17 at 20 scale is pretty good.
And then just allowing for a reasonableness of like,
Yeah.
hey, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, this
Yeah.
project, no.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right,
That makes sense.
okay. And I guess while we're at it, are my emails prior to the meeting helpful? They
Yes.
are,
Is there any way we can get them sooner?
yeah. So, part of the problem with every other week meeting is that we get, well, I could start on them. Yeah.
I mean,
it's just-
could we require applicants to submit sooner? Like, I know it takes a certain amount of time for you to review, so I'm not asking you
Oh,
to
yeah,
go out of your way. I'm saying the applicants could be required to submit sooner, and if they can't meet the deadline, they can't meet it.
You
right.
can always send application materials, but not recommendations and stuff. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the minute I
that's
get it, I
like-
could just
yeah.
shoot them off to you right away, without my blurbs. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As long as you follow up with your blurbs.
What's that?
So as long as you follow up with your blurbs.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because the blurbs are the one thing that actually takes a while.
That
to-
takes the
yeah.
time. I can shoot off the electronic versions the minute I get them, basically, and you can start
This is a
reviewing.
related question. When do they get put into the Google Drive that we
Uh,
transfer? Is that usually when you send
well-
yours, is that before?
So we put them, Jamie usually puts them in within a day,
Okay.
and then, but then she has to build the agenda and make all those live links. So you don't really get the agenda together until like Monday morning before the meeting, because it's 48 hours. But moving forward, I can just say, hey, we got a notice of intent, here's the plans and package electronically, and then you can peruse it over the week.
Just trying to
Yeah,
make it
that would be
easier on
No,
you.
yeah,
That,
well,
but that would be helpful for
but making
me.
it easier to,
That'd be
yeah,
helpful for you too.
right.
Definitely.
Okay, all right, I'll do that.
Then I guess any changes that would be made, like continuance or anything like that, could be just sent with the blurbs.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
My blurbs.
Your recommendations.
I know.
So,
I call them.
In respect for David's email inbox, you can just start throwing it in the drive, like as soon as they come in, and we can check it on our own, as opposed to just sending out an email every time something comes in.
Okay,
Is that easy?
yeah.
Or just send one email on Thursday with, hey, everything we got by the deadline has been uploaded to the drive.
Yeah,
Got it,
And then, and here's the link to
there you go.
that meeting's
Got it.
folder.
okay.
Send them on the deadline day.
Yeah.
Or the day after.
And
Or
then
the day, or
The day
the
after.
Friday, yeah.
the Monday or whatever
Yeah.
Stuff just goes
recommendations.
right in.
Yeah.
Then you can just send another one that says blurbs have been added.
You do that too.
Well, we don't upload that to the Google folder.
Blurbs.
That's public.
Well, I wonder if we could, we'll just set up just a separate drive for you guys with my blurbs.
You can do that too, yeah, limit access.
If they already have all the materials, then it could also just be on one document, if you really felt like
Yeah,
it.
Right, right. Yeah, that's true.
Because the only reason why it's so separate is because of all the attachments.
Attachments, right.
And I fixed my inbox problem by realizing that it was all backed up onto a Google Drive, so now I see the email. Delete it. And then when I need to go back and look at it, I know where to look for it now.
There you go.
I have it sent to a specific folder.
Should do that
Oh,
too.
do you?
Yeah. Makes it a lot easier.
A late, yeah. Okay. Okay,
Does this calendar need to be approved?
yeah,
Okay.
adopted. Yeah.
Anybody have any objections to any of the dates on the calendar?
Stupidly, what is the, so it says known changes in conflict, oh, just because it's like it would have been a this date?
Holiday,
Yeah, got it.
yes.
Okay,
Yep.
sorry.
Holidays screw things up.
I understand now.
Only have
Motion to approve the meeting schedule as written.
Second.
Can I,
I
sorry,
have a
Oh.
motion and a second to approve the schedule.
We got discussion.
just a really dumb question. We only have one in November.
Yeah. One in November and one in December, and that's been like that.
Okay,
Holidays, really hard, you know.
no objection, just
No.
curious. I'm good. Sorry.
All right. so
Okay, we're still in discussion unless everybody's
Do you
done.
want to meet the Wednesday of Thanksgiving week?
We can do it at my house while I'm cooking. Fine with
Thanksgiving
There
it.
you
Eve,
go.
oh, that'd be
David, no days
fun.
off.
Yeah, no days off.
No days off, buddy.
I'm good.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, and that's unanimous, it's approved. Is there any other general, new, or old business that any commissioner wants to discuss at this time?
Thank you.
I have a motion and a,
Second.
to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, and that we stand adjourned.